Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty the Crappy Crafter. Today we're going to play with a craft kit. Something we haven't done in a while. Water globes. Look at it. It's holographic. They're really trying to appease me with that, eh? So, I don't remember where I got this from. It doesn't have any stickers on it, so I'm going to assume I got it from somewhere online. Amazon, Five Below, I don't know. But we are going to make 3 water globes. And it has 3 little charms. And then it has, theoretically, some clay-like stuff that we'll be able to make other things with. And, you know, I'm excited. Let's just get right into it. Alright, let's get into this massive box with the massive divider and the lack of stuff. Ugh, I understand why they do it. It's retail. The bigger, the brighter the box, the more likely someone's gonna pick it up, but it's just, this is ridiculous. It was at least twice the size it needed to be. Anyways, aren't these charms cute? And did you see I pretended to read the instructions? I mean, I mostly read the instructions, but they also added pictures, but they didn't have pictures for every single step, so I am gonna miss a couple steps, at least one, anyway, and that's okay. It all works out in the end anyway, it doesn't matter. The pretty glitters. Some glue, not nearly enough glue for what they want me to do. Because they recommend, oh, look at it looks like an actual knife. They are so cute. Alright, getting into it. Every base I'm going to make the same. I'm going to take 2 colors. I am going to swirl them, not mix them. I'm not making a new color.
Did you get that?
I'm just swirling them so that it'll be cool and multicolored. So this video is going to be a bit longest video I've had in a while. 21 minutes? That's a long video. Might be longer or shorter depending on how once I do my voiceover and then watch it again, I may make changes, but at the moment it's 21 minutes. I'm putting the lid on to make a groove in it because at this point I don't know, I haven't come to realize that this stuff will never solidify by itself. It does not cure, it does not harden. I don't know what it is. And I will say that a lot.
Like a lot?
But it was so easy to work with. Like seriously, so this I haven't worked with clay that is this easy to work with in a long time, or like ever, possibly. I have no idea. I don't know what it is, but I really, really like it. It's too bad it doesn't cure. Gonna choose a charm. Gonna go with the cake. Gonna glue it down. Now, like I said, the step that I will miss on some of these, 2 of them, and I'll say it again at the end, is gluing the dome on. The instructions do in fact say to put a bead of glue in the groove and then put a bead of glue around the outside of the edge, but I only do one or the other, not both. And of course, putting the bead of glue around the outside edge works better than putting the bead of glue along the inside, which totally doesn't make sense to me, but hey, whatever works. I'm going to be making lots and lots and lots and lots of ropes of clay in this. So many ropes of clay. Make lots of swirly things. Because as we know, I am not independently creative. I'm not good at coming up with my own things. So here I'm trying to make a cupcake with a pink liner, and that's not gonna work in a huge way, but it's cute enough. I understand what's wrong. It tried to, it's just not the right shape. Here I'm going to try to make some purple icing to put on top. I'm going to take 2 ropes of clay and smoosh them and twist them together to get that kind of piping bag effect, but it's going to be way too thin, and I'm going to have to do it again.
Oh, man, that's too bad.
And it'll look much better, but still not right. See, it's just the cupcake. Did you hear the air quotes? It looks more like a pumpkin because it's too much. It's too narrowed at the top. The sides weren't straight enough, you know? It should be tapered on one end, not both ends. But it's tapered on both ends. But whatever. So here I am making a fatter dollop of icing, and it works much better. So nice. I like this stuff. I like this stuff. I don't know what it is. It's a pink, mildly pink. It's like an off-white pink pumpkin with icing on top, right? Yeah, sure. This glue was something special too. It was very goopy, very thick, didn't run at all, which is nice. I don't know how long it took to dry because I did let it sit overnight to dry. Here I'm gonna make a couple of minty candy canes out of the blue. Compared to the tools, I cannot look at that yellow clay and claim that it's yellow. It still looks green to me. It looks green. Compare it to the tools on the other side of the screen. It looks green, but it's supposed to be yellow. And it will make orange out of, you know, pink, and it will make green with the blue, but it looks green already. Anyways. Speaking of green, I have made some green. I wanted some gummy bears, and I spent like 20 minutes trying to make a gummy bear, and oh, that did not work so well. So I remembered I had itty bitty tiny gummy bear mold. I have no idea where I got this from. Probably AliExpress or something. It's so tiny. And it's the only gummy bear I was able to create. All the rest of them, this stuff was just so soft. It did not work well in a mold because it's not meant to be molded like that. Here I'm gonna make a slightly different style candy. While I did make this, started the same way as the blue and the yellow, this one I want to be more of like a lolly, you know, just a candy piece. Not a lollipop. That's different. Just a lolly, no stick. But I wanted it to be more flat around the edges and more flat in general. Here I'm going to be making the little, you know, wings that imply that it's wrapped. This is actually the second attempt. The first attempt did not go well at all.
You messed up.
See, I was gonna glue it, but then I didn't, and I probably should have. It doesn't fall apart that I know of. We'll see what happens to it in like 6 months or a year or something. Somebody remind me in 1 year to come back to these and see what's happened to them. Because like I said, I don't know what this compound is, what this stuff is, but I want to see what the water will do to it in a year. Okay, a different kind of candy. I should have just made my ropes of clay much thicker because I wanted this to be wider. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling it and then trying to flatten it so that it is not so thick. I'm gonna cut off the icky ends. And it'll be, one side will be about what I wanted. About, kind of. It looks a little bit like what I wanted. This side won't look anything like what I wanted, and that's okay because we only have to see one side. Plop. Yes. And I did glue that down. Although I don't know if I glued down anything else after working with the pink base. Yeah, I don't think I glued... Well, I mean, I'll glue the plastic pieces down, but I can't remember. I don't think I glued anything else down after this. Alright, moving on to the second one. I had a whole bunch of little scrap pieces that I put together and made this really pretty brown. I had no idea what I was going to do with it yet, but I will. Because this, I didn't intend for that to look like water, but it does. So after I put the little dude in, I was like, hey, you know what? Let's make a beach. He's going swimming, or she, or whatever. So, I mean, I think that's just about the perfect sand color, don't you think? And it was completely accidental. I had no intention of making a little beach scene, but I think this works really, really well.
Do you though?
Put the giant lolly somewhere. I guess it's a pool floaty now, which is fun. Or an ocean floaty. But the ice cream needs to have a proper floaty, so let's make him a proper floaty. Yeah. Purple, pink, and white. Just gonna make another spirally candy because they're simple. And don't worry, that's not it for that. We'll make another one. Another little piece to go on it, I mean. Big long rope of clay. Gotta make sure it fits down. And yeah, that dome is getting so dirty, but don't worry, it washes off pretty well. Actually, it doesn't. I had to use alcohol to get the film off because it did not come off with soap and water. Still don't know what this stuff is.
Just what the hell is it, man?
So here I'm gonna make a couple of hearts, and I'm gonna go real fast through the first one because I didn't really show how to do it, but with the second one I'm actually gonna show how to do it. So you make a little disc, and then you pinch one end or one side to make a little point. Now it looks kind of like a guitar pick, and then you take the fat end and you poke it with something, you know, kind of flat, and you have a cheap little heart. Yay! Here I decided that the beach needed to have a little something else, so I decided to add a little pile of colorful rocks. I think I might have seen that on the box, I can't remember. Or something similar. Like I said, I'm not crafty. I don't come up with my own ideas. I just copy what other people do. Just a little lemon candy. All the little swirly candies. Plop. And then I decided to just push some colored spots into the bottom. I saw that on one of the examples and was like, well, I can try that. Oh, yeah, I can. I'm not sure why I did, but, you know. Although what I should have done is I should have done that to the first one because it's very plain compared to the others now, but that's okay. Here we go with the first bead of glue. Remember, the pink one did not get a bead of glue on the inside, just the outside, and it actually worked pretty well. It didn't leak at all. But if you look at just the pictures, yeah, it says to put a piece... Actually, you know, it might have said to do glue on both sides, inside and outside, and I'm just stupid. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And I didn't actually have enough glue for what I did. So I had put glue on the outside of one, and I put glue... Oh, Oh yeah, I forgot to put glitter in the first one, but that's okay, we'll get it in there. Unfortunately, the way I have to put it in means that it doesn't, I don't understand why it doesn't work so well, but it really doesn't work so well as putting it in here and then pouring the water in, as opposed to what I'll do later where I put it in through the funnel and then pour the water in on top of it. I don't know. Anyways, so here we go with the second bead of glue. Well, it's the first bead of glue on the second piece. With these two, the purple one and the blue one, I will end up putting another bead of glue around the outside, but because there wasn't enough, it will just be some E6000.
Early the next morning.
And so, I love this My Little Spaceship water bottle. I've had it for like 10 years at the very minimum. Okay, so I left this ball of clay stuff out all night. It didn't harden at all. And now it's time to fill. And they did give me 3 extra little plugs, which was super cool. They aren't a very good fit though, so I imagine that it is going to leak at some point. I'm half tempted to just put like a layer of UV resin over it just to make sure it doesn't leak. But we'll see what happens. I'm glad I remembered to put the glitter in at least 2 of them because this was obnoxious. The round glitter was fine. The bar glitter was just so fluffy and it didn't want to go in and it just wanted to be all staticky and stuff. But we'll get it in there. This is the second one. Decided to give you a better view-ish, kind of, if you can call it that. And here I am finishing up the third one, because do you really need to see me fill them all? I don't think so. And yay! There they are. Aren't they super duper cute? I think they are the cutest things I've made in a long time. Well, I gotta say, that was an intense craft kit. I wasn't expecting to do so much. I still have no idea what this is. I mean, it kind of feels like oven baked clay. It does. I'm obviously not going to bake these because that would be dumb. And I'll read the instructions again after this, and I will search and try to find if it actually said to bake it, but it feels like oven baked clay. And yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll use the little pieces that are left over. It's not much, but I left this piece out all night, and it didn't harden at all. Like, at all. It didn't dry out at all. So, neat, I guess. But, anyways, I had a lot of fun with this. This was actually really intensive. And you get cool things. Now, what I'm going to do, so I didn't really read the instructions as well as I could have, and you'll notice that when I did the first one, I just put the bead of glue around the outside, and then the other two I put the bead of glue on the inside, and then I went back and I read the instructions and read that I was supposed to do both. So this one is fine. This one's not leaking at all, but the other two are leaking a little bit, so I will go back and put a bead of glue around the outside edge. That's fine. No big deal. But aren't they cute? Look at how cute they are. They are so cute. I will go through my emails and I will figure out where I got these, and I will leave the link in the description. I'll leave the name of the website here. And if I don't find it, obviously that'll be blank, but because I could have gotten this at Ollie's, but I don't think I did, because it would have had an Ollie's sticker on it. But if I don't find it in my emails, let's assume I got it from Ollie's. But yeah, this was a really, really fun little kit. It was a lot more involved than I expected it to be. And that's great. There was actual crafting involved. It was a good kit. I highly recommend it if it's still out there. Like I said, I'll leave a link below if it is. So, yeah. 10 out of 10. Seriously, I loved it. Go get one. Play with it yourself. And, like I said, if I play with this before I finish editing, I'll put a little clip right here. Ooh, that was not oven baked clay. I have no idea what this stuff was. Ew. Not oven baked clay. Not. But what's funny is it melted, and then it cooled down to the exact same consistency it was before it melted. It's still just as malleable and workable as it was. What is this? What is this? It's obviously some kind of putty. Look at that. Look at that. It's still just as malleable. Oh well. No idea what it was, but I had a lot of fun using it. So until next week, stay safe.